I wanted to help. I knew that I wanted to help some way, and I decided that I could help by giving people rides out of those areas. I just did not anticipate that I would be helping someone to that degree. My name is Ian Villatoro. I've lived in Los Angeles for 44 years, my whole life. I've been driving with Lyft for just over a year now. As fires started popping up in different areas and spreading the way that they did, everybody was like, what can I do? And in that moment, I turned on the app, and sure enough, the first ride request that I received was out of Burbank Airport. So I picked up the rider. He seemed very tense. As is customary, I initiated some small talk. And then he said, I'm here looking for my dad. I used to live in Altadena, and he still lives there. And then I paid attention to the destination, and it was the Pasadena Convention Center. It was the biggest evacuation center, basically, they had put together for the folks in Altadena. As he explained more and more, his father was elderly. He had not had contact with him in almost 2 days. I asked him, where exactly is his home? He gave me the address, and I punched it into the GPS, and then I realized that it was literally in the center of the fires. I told him, listen, if you've called the shelters that you've been able to call and nobody's been able to find him, and you're describing him as an elderly person who has mobility issues, I'm wondering if he's still hunkered down in his home. And so I said, let's try to get you to the house and see if we can find him. He agreed, and we tried to get to his place. I started driving up that direction, and they had streets closed off. We got maybe 3-4 miles away from the house, and we could never really break through. I eventually turned around and I took him to the convention center. I'm dropping him off, and I have this feeling like this isn't it. And so I told him, listen, please take my number. Call me if you need transportation, if you need help, if you have a question, just please call me. At that point, I think I was personally invested. By the time I dropped him off, he had a better idea of who he should contact or where he should go. He basically looked through every single bed in the evacuation shelters, and he was not there. He didn't sleep looking for his dad. I went home. I couldn't sleep. In my mind, it was a matter of getting to the house. You know, I kind of studied the streets, the side streets, the different routes. I was trying to get an idea of whether or not that house was still there, and if it was, how can I get there? The next morning, we connected again. We got in the car, we put the masks on, and we made our way through the route that I had kind of studied, and I got in a little bit closer that time, but still the streets were blocked off. So I parked my car, and I told him we're gonna walk there. Are you comfortable walking there? And I hadn't even finished asking, he was already out the car. Even though we were seeing just the devastation around us, there would be this one house just standing there untouched. It kind of kept us hoping that that would be the case with his house. As I turned the corner, I could see up ahead and couldn't really see anything standing. He kind of stopped in the middle of the street. You know, he puts his hands on his waist, and he's like, yeah, this was it. The only thing that was standing was a 5-foot metal file cabinet. So I walked towards that area, and I didn't expect to find anything. But then as I walked back, I identified human remains, and I knew that was his dad. He also saw that I had seen something, and he was able to kind of release that emotion. He cried, and all I could say was, I'm so sorry. I think that had I not taken an initiative to help him, get him there, he would not have known for maybe a couple of weeks, because that's how long it was taking. I am still in contact with the writer. We became friends. I did what I would have hoped somebody did for me in that situation. So at least I knew that I did something for someone that was meaningful.